Do you enjoy drawing, but you're just a little bit frustrated with your skills and you're not really sure why it's not working the way you want it to? Or you would love to start drawing, but you're just not sure how to get started? Hi, I'm Carrie from Carrie Alves Art Studio, and today I'd like to share with you a 4-minute critique I did of a mixed media drawing that I did as a special project with a student of mine. This critique summarizes how this drawing was made, and it pretty much encapsulates all the basic principles that I teach on how to successfully create realistic drawings. In this case, it just happens to be applied to an animal drawing, but I hope it gives you some fresh insight that can be applied to your own drawing process. I just want to go over some of these concepts here, and the first one being, of course, the whole issue of form. You can see how much time and energy we put into the form for everything. The face, these smaller shapes in here, these other shapes in here, and of course the horns. This was really huge in terms of articulating the shape, and how much time we put into the surface detail. It's like an 80-20 split, even a 90-10 split. Everything, all the heavy lifting, all the the oomph, the mileage, or whatever term you want to get, goes into the form as opposed to the surface detail. Surface detail is minor. It is literally liken it to building a house. You have the building, and then the surface detail is literally like the paint and the wallpaper, the light fixtures and stuff. It is just the last little bits of decoration. The whole solidity and the design and the structure of the building all goes into the design and the architecture, shall we say, rather than the decorating of the surface. And it's the same thing with the drawing. And as soon as you can make that shift in your head, boy, do things ever change. And that's where you really begin to sort of get real power with your work. Also, this issue of editing detail. If we had put that horn in, I know it would have just killed it. And even putting all this horn in. We know this horn is here, we know this horn is here, but really that's all we need in terms of telling the story of the horn. We get the personality and this sort of the texture and what's going on with the horn there, and then of course it's totally different here. Also, the way that this dark darks with light lights, and also you get some color in here with the non-color in here, these lights and darks playing off of each other, detail and just barely suggested detail, barely suggested form, little tiny little details in order to just make it a little more interesting and give it that finished look. Also, the fact that you could actually put this brown ram on swimming in a sea of blue and green. It's a very marine type color, and yet just by putting the play of opposites in terms of the warm and the cool works really well as well. So, we accept it. We don't think, okay, why is there a ram floating in a bunch of water? We don't think that. We just think of it in kind of a natural environment, and we just accept it because these ready things are playing off of the blue and green, which in the spectrum color is very, very pleasing aesthetically. Now, if I tried to put too much blue in here, it wouldn't have come off well at all. It was actually better to put this orangey color here and here in order to balance this drawing out. We've also got, the lighter part of the snout coming forward here, and then it goes around back, and then even the ear is in quite a bit of shadow back there. With a little bit of light coming through, hitting here on the eye and on the tip of the horn to make it interesting, and also the fact that the lights bring that horn forward, brings the snout forward, and all these muted tones takes everything else back, and it takes this back as well. So it has this play of three-dimensionality, things receding and things coming forward. You're thinking of that as you're conceptually putting your image together. Even if the photograph has it differently, you think, no, this ear needs to go back, or this needs to go back, you just dull it down. You bring it down, your values down, and it will go back. Or you lose detail. Not only in this case in order to bring the eye forward, but this gives the illusion, or the horn begins to move sort of back into the background because of a sense of atmospheric perspective, as in, the further things go back, the more sort of fuzzy and out of focus that they go. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and it gave you some insight into the principles of realistic drawing. If you would like to learn more, please visit my website. The link is provided below. You can sign up for more of these videos on studio and drawing tips and tricks, as well as student questions and answers. And inspirational videos on the artist's life and journey. You can also sign up for my free online course called Getting Started with Realistic Drawing. Just go to carriealves.com and you will see that there is a step-by-step method that you can learn to make beautiful lifelike drawings. If you like this video, please feel free to like, share, or subscribe. And remember, stay creative. This is your time to express yourself. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.